Have you ever walked through your home and suddenly thought, what if I slipped here, or would I be able to get up those stairs in a few years? You're not alone. As we age, our homes, the places we once felt most confident and in control, can slowly become full of little risks that we never used to notice. A rug that used to add charm now looks like a tripping hazard. That deep bathtub that once felt luxurious? It might now feel like an obstacle course. It's a strange shift, isn't it? But here's the good news. Aging doesn't have to mean giving up your independence or feeling unsafe in your own space. In fact, just a few smart changes at home can make all the difference between living cautiously and living confidently. And no, I'm not talking about turning your cozy home into a hospital room. Far from it. I'm talking about subtle, simple upgrades that help you stay self-sufficient, safe, and most importantly, free. Today, we're going to walk through a few home changes that every senior, especially those over 70, should consider. These aren't just about avoiding accidents. They're about preserving your independence, your comfort, and your peace of mind. Let's start with one of the most common and easily overlooked danger zones, the bathroom. You might be surprised to hear that over 80% of falls among older adults happen right here. And it's not hard to see why. Slick tiles, awkward tub edges, water puddles, they all add up. If you've ever hesitated before stepping into the shower or felt a bit unsteady getting off the toilet, that's your body trying to tell you something. And it's worth listening to. One small change that can have a massive impact is installing grab bars. Not the cold, clunky ones from the hospital, but sleek, modern ones that blend right into your decor. These can go beside the toilet, inside the shower, or just outside the tub. They're there when you need them, to steady yourself, to give a gentle push when standing up, or simply to feel more secure. It's not a sign of weakness to install them, it's a sign of wisdom. And speaking of showers, another game changer is switching to a walk-in shower or adding a sturdy shower seat. You might think, I can still stand just fine, and that's great. But this isn't just about today. It's about preparing now so that you don't have to scramble later. Imagine enjoying a nice, warm shower without worrying about slipping, without holding onto the wall, without fear. That's what we're aiming for. Now, let's take a stroll into the bedroom. This space should feel like your retreat, your place of comfort and rest. But here's something you might not think about often, your bed height. Is your mattress too low, causing you to struggle when standing up? Or maybe it's too high, forcing you to kind of slide off it in the morning. Either way, getting in and out of bed shouldn't feel like a workout. If it does, it might be time to adjust your bed's height or consider a frame that makes movement easier. Another subtle but important shift in the bedroom is lighting. And I can't stress this enough, good lighting is everything. As we get older, our eyes need more light to see clearly, especially at night. If you've ever gotten up to use the restroom and found yourself squinting or shuffling in the dark, it's time to brighten things up. Plug-in night lights, motion-activated strips under your bed, or even voice-controlled lamps can make nighttime trips much safer and far less stressful. It's amazing how just a little glow can give you a lot of confidence. And while we're talking about confidence, let's take a quick look at the floors. You might not give them much thought day to day, but they matter more than you realize. That beautiful area rug in the hallway or the mat by the kitchen sink, are they secure, or do they slide? Are the edges curling up? Even if you've never tripped over them before, that doesn't mean you won't tomorrow. A fall might seem like just a possibility until it happens. And believe me, one fall can change everything. It's not about being afraid, it's about being prepared. Rug grips, non-slip backing, or just removing unnecessary mats altogether can go a long way. These changes might seem small, almost too simple. But together, they create a home that works with you, not against you. A home that helps you stay in control, keep your independence, and move through your space with ease and comfort. Because after 70, you deserve to live without hesitation or worry. And remember, making these adjustments isn't about giving in to age, it's about growing wiser with it. Just like you upgrade your car's tires or your phone's software to keep them running smoothly, upgrading your home is just another form of smart maintenance. You're not just planning for safety, you're planning for freedom, peace of mind, and more good days doing what you love, in the place you love. Now that we've started looking at ways to make the bathroom and bedroom safer and more supportive, let's keep walking through the home, and I want you to picture your living space as we go. Think about how you move through it each day. Is it easy to reach the things you use most often? Or do you sometimes find yourself climbing onto chairs or bending way down just to grab something simple? That's where your kitchen comes into play. For many of us, the kitchen is more than just a place to cook. It's where we make coffee in the morning, prep a quick snack, or maybe even bake cookies for the grandkids. But over time, this familiar space can become more frustrating than fun, and sometimes downright risky. One of the biggest hazards in any kitchen is clutter. Not just visual clutter, but practical clutter, things crammed into high shelves, heavy pots stacked too low, appliances tucked way in the back of cabinets. If you've ever had to stretch your arm up to reach a plate or kneel down to grab the blender, you know how quickly those little movements can feel like a strain. And the more we push ourselves, the greater the chance of injury. A simple fix? Reorganize. But not just for tidiness, reorganize for ease. Try moving your most used items, mugs, bowls, utensils, seasonings, to waist or chest height. That way, you don't need to reach or stoop to get to them. Use pull-out shelves or lazy Susans inside cabinets to make things easier to access without having to dig. The goal is to reduce bending, stretching, and awkward movements that can throw off your balance or cause muscle strain. Another small but mighty change is replacing traditional cabinet knobs with handles. Sounds silly, right? But when your grip isn't quite as strong as it used to be, maybe due to arthritis or just natural aging, a knob can feel like a struggle. Handles give you more surface area and more control, making it easier to open drawers and cabinets without hurting your hands. And speaking of control, have you ever noticed how slippery kitchen floors can get with just a drop or two of oil or water? That little drip that you barely notice could turn into a dangerous slip. Using textured, non-slip mats near the sink and stove can provide extra traction, and even wearing non-skid house slippers or socks can give you the grip you need without sacrificing comfort. Let's step out of the kitchen now and into one of the most overlooked parts of the house, the hallways and entryways. You might not think of these spaces as risky, but think again. Many falls happen not in obvious places like the stairs or bathroom, but in those short trips between rooms, where a purse strap is left on the floor, or where lighting is dim and shadows hide a step. Take a moment to think about your own hallway. Is it well lit from end to end? Is there a clear path without shoes, baskets, or loose cords getting in your way? Adding brighter bulbs or motion sensor lights can be a game changer here. It's not just about seeing where you're going, it's about making your home feel open, welcoming, and safe to move around in, especially at night when your vision naturally adjusts slower in the dark. Now, let's talk about doorways and thresholds. Sometimes the smallest bump or uneven surface between rooms can feel like a mountain when your balance is a little shaky. Replacing or leveling uneven thresholds can prevent stumbles, and installing lever-style door handles can make opening doors effortless, no more twisting or fighting with stubborn knobs. If you use a cane or walker, you'll especially appreciate the freedom that wider walkways and clear paths give you. That doesn't mean you need to remodel your entire home, but even small adjustments, like rearranging furniture to create better flow, can make a big difference in how you feel when moving around. And here's something you might not have considered yet: visibility. Not just lighting, but contrast. As our vision changes with age, it gets harder to see where one surface ends and another begins, like a white wall next to a white floor, or stairs that blend together. Adding a strip of brightly colored tape or paint at the edge of each step, or using rugs and runners in contrasting colors, can help define spaces more clearly. These small visual cues can prevent missteps and give your brain the signals it needs to navigate with confidence. Now, maybe all of this is starting to sound like a lot, but here's the thing: these aren't big renovations. These are thoughtful upgrades. Gentle nudges that help your home serve you better. Because staying safe and independent doesn't mean changing how you live, it means changing the environment so it supports the way you live now. The truth is, no one wants to feel like they're constantly on edge at home. We all want to move about freely, do what we enjoy, and feel secure while doing it. And with just a few of these practical changes, a better lit hallway, safer kitchen layout, slip-resistant flooring, you can create that kind of home. A home that gives you energy, not anxiety. And perhaps most importantly, these changes give peace of mind, not just to you, but to your loved ones. They want to see you thriving, not struggling. Knowing that your home is set up to protect you can ease their worries and give them the comfort of knowing you're still in control of your choices, your movements, and your independence. Because at the end of the day, growing older doesn't mean giving up control. It just means getting smarter about how we live. And every improvement you make today is one less thing to worry about tomorrow. It's not about reacting to problems, it's about preventing them. So now that we've looked at how the kitchen, hallways, and other parts of the home can be adapted for ease and safety, let's head to a spot that often gets forgotten. Yet it's one of the most important places when it comes to staying independent, your entrance. Whether it's the front door, the back patio, or even the garage entrance, this is the gateway between your world and the one outside. And if it's not working for you, it can quickly become a barrier, both physically and mentally. Imagine needing to step over a high threshold while carrying groceries or having to fumble with keys in the dark. That's not just frustrating, it's potentially dangerous. One of the most empowering changes you can make is adding a sturdy handrail or grab bar right by the entrance. It's such a simple thing, but it gives you something to hold onto while unlocking the door, stepping inside, or even waiting for a ride. If you've ever felt that wobble as you stepped over the door frame, this small support can make a world of difference in feeling steady and confident. If you have stairs leading to your door, even if it's just one or two, consider making sure they're wide, slip-resistant, and well-lit. Solar-powered step lights are a great, no-fuss solution for visibility at night, and textured anti-slip strips help prevent accidents on rainy or icy days. You don't have to do a full renovation to make an entrance feel safer, just make it smarter. And while we're at the door, let's talk about door locks. Traditional locks can be tricky, especially if your fingers don't move like they used to. Upgrading to a keyless entry system, where you can punch in a code or use a remote, can make things faster and safer. No more struggling with tiny keys or worrying if you lock the door behind you. It also offers peace of mind when loved ones visit or in case of an emergency. Now, think about how you use your entrance each day. Are there steps that could be replaced with a small ramp? Could the doorway be widened just a bit to accommodate a walker, or even just to feel more open and inviting? These are changes that grow with you, not because you need them today, but because one day, you might. And planning ahead doesn't mean expecting the worst. It means giving yourself freedom, comfort, and control for the long haul. All these thoughtful improvements we've talked about, from the bathroom to the bedroom, the kitchen to the front door, they aren't just about preventing falls or reducing effort. They're about helping you stay you. The version of yourself that enjoys cooking, loves walking down the hallway to grab a book, or welcomes friends at the door with ease and grace. And sometimes, staying independent doesn't mean doing everything alone. It means setting yourself up to keep doing the things that matter most to you, without unnecessary risks or limitations. Maybe you still love gardening and spend time in your backyard. Maybe you adore your pets and want to be able to feed and care for them without tripping over a dish or toy. Maybe you're still hosting family dinners. Whatever your days look like, your home should support that life, not restrict it. So I encourage you, take a slow walk through your space today. Not with a critical eye, but a curious one. Where are the little moments of struggle? What could be easier? What change would make you breathe a little easier when moving from room to room? Trust your instincts. You know your body, your habits, and your needs better than anyone else. You've earned the right to live in a home that serves you, not the other way around. That's not giving in to aging. That's honoring it. That's wisdom. That's grace. That's living smart. And if you're watching this and feeling overwhelmed, don't worry, you don't have to do it all at once. Even one change can be powerful. A grab bar here, a brighter bulb there. Every improvement you make is an act of care, a promise to yourself that your comfort, your safety, and your joy matter. Because they do. So here's what I'd love you to do. Share in the comments what part of your home has been most challenging, or what upgrade made a difference for you. Let's learn from each other. Let's support each other. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. It really helps more people see this kind of content. And don't forget to subscribe for more simple, practical tips to help you thrive at any age. Remember, it's never too late to take control of your space, and by doing so, take control of your life. Here's to living fully, safely, and independently every single day.